Thank God. I had to say something fun enough to get to the rest of streaming.
Well, guys, it's time for more, cool stuff, D&D stuff, tabletop stuff. We're officially, we're not even Pronogo tabletop or a Syndisor tabletop. You know what we are, Shamble? You know what we are? Do you remember? You remember what we are? I'm putting him on the spot. You remember the rebrand? Remember what we are?
Fucking Pronogo tabletop.
Obviously.
All right, never mind. So anyway, we're gonna be playing an evil campaign. We wanted to do evil campaign for some time, so he's still realizing it. We're gonna do the evil campaign. It's called Omnimaw, and we did have an opportunity to not call it that, but I came up with that on the spot, and nobody else could think of a better one, so that's what we got. We got some interesting characters, and we're going to start by introducing two of our characters that are going to open this up, and then they're going to find the other two characters. But we got 4 donors here. This is a donor campaign, and so I think the first thing to do is ask 3 Crow to introduce his character.
Oh shit! You make me go first.
Oh yeah, well if you don't want to go first, I can ask.
No, he's older.
No,
Yeah,
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm 1 Crow now. It's okay.
What?
Because he's going first.
All right, so yeah. So okay, so I am playing a high elven man, a Silvari man known as Theron Valus, who is a elf wizard. He has spent a good amount of time at the University of Ekimanjar and was recently expelled for reasons that will be explored in roleplay. And let's just say he has some very lofty goals, some lofty ambitions.
Lofty goals, lofty ambitions, expelled from a very imperious school, something that has a lot of history and prestige to it, and yet he was removed from it. Very, very good stuff there. And of course, you're not coming at it alone. You got a brother who is actually my brother. So, my brother, what is your character? Who is your character?
I am also a high elf Silvari man, Selkor. I'm 7 years younger than Theron. I got expelled for not entirely similar reasons, but tied in reasons that will be explored through roleplay. And he is what is the word? He is a new, I can't think of the word, new class that we made, called a Revocatus.
Hell yeah. Which means you're going to be mastering the battlefield through teleportation, repositioning. Very cool stuff. So, a little bit of a different expression of magical power than your brother. And the background of the two of you is that you have gone on a quest to recover a particular object from one of the archdevils of this world, Mylar, one of their little cult areas. So you've tracked this object to a lair of Mylar, and of course it will be presumably occupied by denizens and cultists alike. But it wasn't that far from Inalance. It was, in fact, pretty close. It was up in the mountains, where normally it's quite snowy. I'll go ahead and put the two of you in the map there, roughly where you guys wound up. At this time of season, it's not quite so snow-capped, instead being a little bit more temperate, with many rocks and many gnarled vines and many trees that dot the landscape and reject the cold. And you didn't have to search too high up either. Now, we do have 2 other characters that will be introduced more heavily, but would the Shambler like to say a few words about his character?
Yes, I will be playing the Weapon Master, a familiar class for those who followed the other donor campaign. But this will also be the first real test run of the Damthier background. And I am also playing another race that has made an appearance as an NPC, but no one has actually played one yet. And I'll leave that up in the air until the guy is revealed.
Cool. Well, that means that we just have to hear a few words about Balathal's character, if Balathal even wants to reveal anything about his character yet.
So my character is Squelch. That is his name. He is a plasmoid barbarian with the background Haunted One. And that's about it. He's just he's an ooze man. He's
Ooze
living
man.
ooze.
Living ooze.
And we will enjoy him a little later.
All right. Perfect. Just enough to get us very intrigued about what the hell could possibly be the party dynamic. 2 elves that are brothers, and then you got a mystery man, Fate Lot, or not Fate Lot. What is it? Dampier. And then you got Squelch. The I almost dropped your title, dude. I'm reading ahead too much. You'll reveal your title later. And I guess, as a matter of fact, the Shambler will reveal his character's title later, too. Or should I say titles? But that'll be for later. So we have ourselves a little bit of an initial thrust into the campaign and understand what we're dealing with here. So probably a good idea to get some music going here and set the mood, because while the Elven brothers are making their way through the various overgrowths atop the world, atop the mountain that they have set aside their past lives in order to get to, they have come across a very grim-looking structure hidden in the depths of this mountain. This shadowed entrance required a particular guidance from the notes that had been taken by Theron. And even in order to find his way there, he needed to be able to read some cryptic runes that his brother could not read himself. These little dotted lines here and there that indicated that you were on the right path certainly have brought you closer to your ultimate destination. But it's a little foreboding, nonetheless. I'm guessing that this won't quite dissuade the party, but does Theron have anything to say upon his initial finding? Or do you even want to say that Theron was guiding Selkor there and Selkor found it first? How do you guys want to roleplay this one out?
Well, what do you think, brother?
I think Selkor is the type to take the lead, but if the notes have not been shared with him, it would probably be harder for him to actually lead. So
I feel like prior to getting here, we would have discussed at length what we would be looking for.
yeah, and I figure he'd probably be the one leading the way.
So, tell me, brother, what do you see?
How tall is this door?
Much taller than either of you. Looks like somebody quite large would need to be, of stature in order to make full use of it. There's dust and cobwebs that scatter the upper part of the doorway, the stone carving leading way to the signs of disuse. But the lower portions, your head coming to about where there's like a V shape there. That's probably where your head would come to if you were close enough to it. From this distance, you can surmise that it's more than twice your height then. But the lower half of the doorway seems to have been used more, interestingly enough. The upper half seems to have not quite been dusted anytime recently.
I see a door not quite meant for us, but for all. And plenty of skulls. A good sign, perhaps.
I see it too. Theron will approach. Now, the question is, how do we open it?
Theron, as you approach, you'll start to notice a little bit of telltale sigils upon each head of the skull. Some of them remark of this place being owned and occupied by Mylar's cult, which confirms the suspicions that you have of the identity of this place. And the doorway, the very apex of it, looking like a sunken-in dragon skull, but a beast that maybe once upon a time was a dragon and now is something twisted and far different, with many mouths that stack upon each other and distend all the way down its throat. This strange appearance of the door gives way to a mechanism you believe must be related to opening it. If one were to nudge some of these interlocking throats that come out from that move down the doorway, that begin as these hungering maws, if somehow those were to slot into place, the doorway may become more pliable.
Property of the Fate Lords, I see. Well, this lines up with what we were told. Looking at the door, as a esoteric historian, is there anything I recognize that might help me understand its mechanisms?
Well, esoteric historian means that you get some sort of bonus to a history check, is that right?
Yes, so I have expertise with history checks, and I have advantage on checks made to identify cataclysms, lost empires, archmages, and old magics.
Oh, okay. Well, this would definitely qualify. We should probably explain the new expertise rules. Did you want to do that for everybody, Three Crow?
Sure. So, for anybody who's watching, in Ascendistor, we have taken the opportunity to reforge all of the vanilla classes and provide them with an interesting feature called lore, which lets you kind of really define what your character knows and separate your character from other characters of the same class. There are 11 choices. A character can learn up to 6 of these choices, so there's definitely replay value, and no two characters will be the same.
Right. And not only that, but we even have this, I believe, the mechanic that we decided on for the skill proficiencies, like advantage or expertise, I think maybe in particular, is that you can't roll below a certain value. Is that right?
Yeah, so if you do want to go with that, then if you are proficient, 4 or lower counts as a 5, and if you are expertise, then a 9 or lower counts as a 10. As opposed to doubling the proficiency bonus on the roll.
Right. So that's a good way to make it so that you're not just constantly rolling more dice, but you actually have a constrained amount of failure you can even experience. That's something that you're proficient and expert in. So with that being established, would you like to go ahead and give me a history check, Mr. Expert Man?
Absolutely. Gotta flex my 33 years in the university.
Expert advantage man.
Expert advantage man with 33 years in the university. About to drop a bomb on us.
All right, so
That's
because I have expertise, that is actually a 15.
See, that's the example that we're talking about. So the base roll here has to be a 10 or higher. Is that right?
And so a 9 or lower becomes a 10,
right,
plus my modifier,
yep,
which is 5, so 15.
That's right. That's what I was getting at there. So with that roll, we can easily say that, Theron, you notice that 2 of these tubes that are meant to depict the many maws of Mylar and the connected throats are askew from the remaining ones. There's 2 of them in particular. One is a bit askew to the left side and the other to the right side. And the 3 remaining, to make a total of 5, those are lined up in ways that are clearly done by deliberate force. The thing that you're missing from this examination is how you would even get up there in order to do it. It's like you'd need to be able to be twice as tall or find some other way of scaling the door.
Interesting. It seems the skulls play a part in this, brother.
Can I make an Arcana check on the skulls?
Sure.
I'm expertise in Arcana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think we need to convert that. You managed to get a dirty 20 out of that. So you're studying the skulls. When you say make an Arcana check, what are you thinking about here? What are you particularly looking to identify?
their magical power compared to the door itself. You know, how they connect to the door itself.
Okay, so Theron was looking at the door and the depiction of the what was once some sort of powerful dragon turned into a demonic monstrosity. That visage of Mylar, with its many maws and many tubes, is very distinct from the more humanoid shape of the various skulls. And yet, human is not exactly what you would describe them as, nor would you describe them as Sylvari, elven, in nature. You look at them and see almost an amorphous, slightly misshapen humanoid face structure, skull structure, where some of them are too wide and some of them are too stout, and in general it seems almost as if they were reshaped. You get the feeling that by looking at them you can tell that they were at one point highly potent with some sort of security magic. The idea that being that you can ward off would-be intruders and perhaps even determine the identity of those coming in, but that power has long since faded from these interred skulls. Instead, what they have that remains is vestiges of whomever created this place to begin with, like a signature of a very powerful mage.
Strange that this used to be guarded, and now that power is gone, so I wonder if it just ran out by poor explorers or just by time. Have you tried just opening the door, brother?
Not yet, but we should be warned that just because the magic is not present here does not mean it isn't contained within. But,
Well, I do sure hope so.
as the humans used to say, curiosity killed the cat. And with that, Theron will approach the door, looking for a means of pulling it open.
All right, so short of actually moving those tubes that are, almost 2 U's of height above you, it looks like there is indeed a mechanism to reach for that would, at the very least, knock upon the door, but actually pulling it open or pushing it inward, depending on which way it's meant to swing, is not so clear. Looks like that would require either great force, physical, or it would require some persuasion from the other side. But the knocker does exist, nonetheless.
Well, I will look back to Sulcor and I will say, do you think anyone is home, brother?
Well, that is the point, isn't it? And he will try and give it a tug.
I will assist.
Oh boy. Well, in that case, let's say you can both roll your athletics roll. Well, I don't think you're giving it your all there, but let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's carrying.
Even with a -1. Okay, so we're actually gonna split the difference there. I was gonna say that I actually don't know what I'm gonna do with assisted checks yet, but I had the funny idea that if somebody rolls really low, then they actually become like a penalty. But
Yeah.
in this particular case, 15 would actually still be fine for, at the very least, you managing to dislodge some of the gate. In fact, to your surprise, the part that moves is the lower half, as if the door exists in two different spaces, two different levels of visage, of height. As you pull backwards with the help of Theron, Selkor, you will see and even catch a whiff of stale air leaving this structure. The door pulling back just in time, or just enough for you to be able to see nothingness behind it. Pure darkness. Not enough to move through, though, not yet.
I gotta give it another tug.
Theron still assisting?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Useful.
all right. I don't mind this. Okay, that's honestly that's better than it was, though. That's better than it was. So, all right. Now, with both of you putting in more equal efforts, the lower half of the door will swing wide and grant you access to a descending chamber that, with old stairs that actually appear to be in worse condition even than the shattered stairway that brought you here up to this level, as if whoever created these, laid these stairs down brick by brick or stone by stone, decided to trample on them afterwards with great force. And it also leaves you wondering what the purpose of the upper half of the door is, for it to only be this grim visage, yet still clearly be made of interlocking machinery. But access has been granted to this place nonetheless.
Selkor will light a torch and head in.
Okay.
Well, let us hope the door does not look behind us, brother.
We pulled it open. We can push it open. Probably.
Probably.
So you're both going in then?
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you... Oh, good.
I never added a pack when we were creating a character, so I just added a Dungeoneer's pack, because that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is what you would have for this moment. Okay. All right. So for this next little bit, Balethal and Shambler are probably going to want to watch the stream on Discord, because I don't think you guys will have vision of the map from Foundry side. So just giving you guys a heads up.
Okay.
As you guys descend, Theron and Selkor, you'll be making your way through a very desolate and abandoned hallway that levels out pretty quickly into just steps as opposed to stairs going down. It's an even level shortly after your descent. Maybe about 60 feet of walking downstairs, and then the rest of them splayed out before you as more natural stones. It seems like a place where large entities were walking through often. You can see heavy wear and tear upon the stones, and at the very least, something of great weight was transported here. If it wasn't a creature, it was an object. Nonetheless, the absolute lack of activity, even from things like rats or other creatures, takes you by surprise, and eventually you find your way to a chamber with a ladder that seems eerily lit with a light green fog swirling. Could just be dust, but something about it stands out to you both passively. And you swear you hear the first sounds of organic life in the area, skittering of creatures observing you from wherever the ladder leads.
Theron is not afraid. He continues on.
Hell yeah.
All right. And in that case, you will find yourself in a chamber that is indeed seemingly filled with rats. Small half walls dot the area, easily stepped over, but perhaps laid there as scaffolding, long forgotten, that would help descend into where the ladder had been, where you had discovered the ladder. There are a few signs of recent use to this place, including stones that have been moved around amidst some attempt, half finished, at reconstruction of the walls, and signs of ritual in the corner where a hearth at one point would have been. Now just a chasm in the wall that leads into darkness not meant for creatures of your size. Too small. Nonetheless, two doors reveal themselves to you, as well as two more bench-like things, not quite matching architecture you're familiar with. Minimalist in shape, but ornate in design. The doors seem like they have locking mechanisms upon them, but whether they're engaged is difficult to tell from here, and the rats begin to scurry as you approach.
I would like to, can I still see a rat?
Yeah.
I would like to Misty switch with a rat and say, "Brother, catch."
Which one are you going for? You can see the one to the door to the south,
top
and then
left.
the top left? Okay. So you're going to... why don't you drop that chat card thing for the action, if you can.
It won't,
Oh. Owned.
apparently.
Interesting. Well, basically, this spends a psi to channel your power into the space around yourself and a target creature. And essentially, you do it, and as soon as they take an action like moving, they're going to swap with you. So you'll be, you will indeed be replaced by a rat.
Does my brother catch it?
Can I try to catch it with a mage hand?
Yeah.
That should be advantage.
That probably gives you advantage for, yeah, I was going to say, for, I guess it would be sleight of hand.
Okay. $14.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure Selkor's done this kind of thing to you before, Theron, so probably not super difficult. Like, not...
Fierce plus.
Oh yeah, owned. Probably not super difficult there. Selkor, as Theron catches it with a flick of his wrist for a spell, a much larger rat emerges from the hole and sniffs at you inquisitively.
Oh. It had a parent, or protector.
Are you going to switch places with that one too, brother?
No, I really just wanted to keep that smaller one, so in case I needed to make any dashing moves, but this one seems angry.
Shall I grant it mercy?
I'd like to make an animal handling check to see how angry this thing looks.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, it looks pretty angry, so I don't really know how you can quite fail it. But you crit fail it, and so I don't know. Maybe you think you might be able to pacify it? How do we want to roleplay that one, dude?
Well, I think even if it wasn't that angry, he'd probably just tell Theron to kill it anyway, so.
Well, there you go.
You can grant it whatever mercy you wish, and then he will make his hand spark with shocking, like as if to get into a shocking grasp, but he won't actually hit the giant rat until the giant rat moves first.
Oh, okay. Well, what's Theron doing then?
It shall seek its order in the next life, brother, as was foretold.
Okay. The worst part is that he couldn't even say
I
it
know.
right.
I heard that. That actually is what made it funnier to me.
And I missed.
Oh no. Well, you're only going to give it a glancing blow, but maybe it'll still be enough. Eh?
Oh, shit, you're right.
Roll that d10.
I guess I should. You guys think it should what it should be?
Oh my god, it's 3
Oh my god,
damage.
yeah, you did get 3 damage.
That was
What do
his
you?
forte.
Here's a random idea that I just had, and I figured I'd throw it at you guys. We're not going to start adopting it right now. But what if you fail to hit the AC, then they have to beat your attack roll with their dex check or something if they're going to dodge it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It would add more rolls, which is kind of the opposite of this system's point. But
Theron,
I
you
thought it
fucking
was cool.
Mr. Rat, dude. You're the worst wizard imaginable.
No, he only glanced it. Did he seared it? He cooked it a
Oh,
little
because
bit.
I thought because you rolled the 9, that meant that.
Oh yeah, that would be the case. But like I said,
cleaner-
we're not actually doing that right now. I'm just throwing that out there as an idea.
All right, as it gets
Cleaner
lit on fire, it also
solution.
gets shocked.
Oh, good.
God damn.
A cleaner solution would be like you dodge if your dex mod plus something else is higher than what the fuck they rolled. So you have to fail the AC check, and then if you turbo fail.
Oh,
more
I
than
see
just
what
a
you're
regular-
saying. Yeah, if your dexterity modifier and some other maybe prof bonus or something, if you're wearing some armor you're proficient in, that could be it. Yeah, I'll think about it. That way, it's just a passive check.
The rat's dead.
That rat is dead. Theron missed it for 3 damage with a slight searing of its hide, and then you decided to electrocute it, which in a way is like Fire 2, you know?
Yeah,
So the sequel
that's what.
hit
that's
slightly
what
harder than the original.
That's what the firebenders said in Atlas. So
There you go. I guess you can be the last airbender or something. But it zapped. It squeals. It would pull out your heartstrings, except this is the evil campaign, so it won't. But
yeah, dude, we had to show everybody that we're evil.
That
by
is-
killing a rat.
I was honestly thinking that because
You gotta set the tone.
yeah, you gotta set the tone by killing rats.
After killing that rat, Salcor is gonna come over here and take this rat, and you could tell me if this is completely out of character, but a guy who needs living things to teleport, I feel like he would have like a set jar that he would just put shit in so he could chuck it later.
Honestly,
where I
I
put
was
the
thinking about how to put a rat in your inventory just now, so I think we're on the same wavelength. And yeah, maybe the smaller rat can go in some sort of carrier container thing that you
Yeah.
bring with you, and we'll just
Yeah.
remember that that's in your inventory for now.
Yeah, it's like a shitty Tupperware container that has holes in the top so it doesn't die.
Yeah, it's perfect. So there you
And
go.
just to let you know, I can also, when I click Providence, the message also doesn't pop up. So I think that's just the bespoke spell thing that we dealt with. I forget what button you have to hit to make that happen, but that's a later problem.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, it says that there's a cast action, but it doesn't seem to do anything, so that's all right. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Now that you've roasted a rat and obtained a rat, what are you guys gonna do now?
Which door do you like, brother?
Oh, don't jump to conclusions now, brother. I'd like to take a look at this circle on the floor in the corner over here and see if I recognize anything or if I can read anything.
You can read that there is a declaration of intent upon the ritual that, while faded, still clearly pledges something to Mylar, referencing strength of this corpse or strength of this vessel, something to that effect. The words are a bit jumbled thanks to aging, but or thanks to disturbances of dust and the like. This isn't that old, so it's a little bit easier for you to identify. Clearly, some sort of ritual was performed here, with the idea being that in somebody's, in the Fate Lord's name, you have some sort of thing happening here. And no sooner do you identify that, do you both end up hearing something coming from the southern door. It's a bit of a jostling as somebody is interacting with it.
Oh, it sounds like somebody likes the southern door, brother.
Perhaps they are the same lunatic who thought that rats would be a good target for an enchantment, brother.
Perhaps so, and he will pull his rapier out with his left hand, and he will keep his right hand free. Evil people are lefties? Eh?
Pretty sure that gets you canceled.
Oh, there's not enough lefties to cancel me?
What a sentence. What a... I'm not... Yeah. All right. And on that note, you're going to see a person with a key in their right hand and a blade in their left hand open the door and reveal itself. A humanoid figure with unkempt appearances upon what you can see of his visage and his hands. Clearly someone who spends not enough time at all in the sunlight. And his reaction upon seeing you is initially of surprise, and then a strange smile crawls across his face. You can't hardly see his eyes in the low light with his hood pulled over, and he says, "You have come to replace them."
Do you mean the rats?
In a sense. And then he takes a menacing step towards you.
As he steps into the room, Theron will say, "Oh, my brother, how you are so right. We have come to replace them, your masters." And I will cast Charm Person.
That's pretty good. All right, let's see how Charm Person works here. Saving throw. Ooh, okay. And so that is going to apply. As your spell takes hold, you'll see a change in the man's demeanor. Instead of being so very eager to threaten you with his physical presence and perhaps even cause you some sort of ritual pain, instead, the man seems to soften his expression a bit towards you, and then maybe one more of idolatry or reverence begins to set in as your words accompany this magical change in mind. Can you describe to me the effects of Charm Person in your as you're role playing it here?
Yes, so as my words set in and the magic affects his consciousness, he is unable to resist. He begins to regard me as a friendly acquaintance, as though perhaps we have known each other for a while, and I am someone that maybe he does not know for a lifetime, but he trusts for a time.
There's a puzzled expression upon the man's face for a moment, and then one of sheepishness as he almost bashfully knocks his head down to look at the ground, and then meets your gaze again. I apologize, brother. I could not recognize you from where I was standing. But if you would like to join the rest of us, we are in the midst of a ritual.
Oh, brother, I do not blame you for your caution. You have done well to protect this place of sanctity, this place of servitude. I would not blame you for it, not for a moment. But we ought to join the others. But do not announce our presence. I feel it would be wrong to interrupt the ceremony. They will expect us.
The man nods, but then directs his attention to Selkor and says, And who is this? I do not recognize him, brother. Though there's a resemblance, as he passes his eyes between the two of you. Still seeming friendly.
He is my brother, fear not. He is a bit new to our group, but he will prove himself soon, I promise.
With a devilish grin, Selkor will say, Yes, that's true, brother. I believe I will prove myself soon.
With a longer gaze towards you, Selkor, the man eventually gives you a permissive nod and then locks eyes with Theron once more. There will be a bit less room in the chamber, but there is enough for the both of you. I will walk softly so as to not disturb this ceremony, as you have so kindly reminded me, brother. And the charmed person begins to walk away, leaving the hallway open for you to enter.
As he steps away, I will look back towards Selkor, and I will just give him a knowing grin.
We got some weird shadows happening here.
Probably because you have no torch active, so you can't actually see in the dark.
That doesn't seem to be the issue, but maybe. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, there's just no light there, that's all.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Torch button.
You found it? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So, as Selkor walks forward with the source of light and the cultist slinks back into the shadows momentarily, it's possible to see over a wall that separates the two levels of the floor below, where a man is unconscious in a circle that pledges this sacrifice to the Fate Lord Mylar, and two cultists are reciting incantations. Their intentions to commit the sacrifice relatively clear, though it's not exactly clear where in the process they are.
Messaging Theron, Selkor is going to say, if we wanted to make fast enemies, I could switch with the cultist closest to you and have him potentially stab his friend here.
Before we do that, brother, and this is a response to the message, I'm curious what this incantation is. And I'd like to take at least 6 seconds to listen to what they're reciting and see if I understand any of it.
Okay. You have in your languages tab Infernal, but is that actually a language you know, or is that a language you can read?
So I get 4 languages between my race and background stuff. So that is a language that I can speak, read, and write.
Okay, because I remember talking with my brother about Selkor having the ability to speak Infernal but not read it.
Yeah, I think I can. I think because of the Devil's Will, we said I'd be able
Yeah.
to speak and understand, but I would not be, or speak and hear, but not read.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if this is Infernal, we'd both be able to understand it.
Okay. In that case, the two cultists are indeed reciting a passage from some sort of infernal ritual book or other source text, and as they do so, the red circle on the ground occasionally seems to flare and provide more light that creates these dancing shadows of the subject. All throughout this time, there's occasional fluttering of the subject's eyes, and the speech appears to invoke the hunger of Mylar, referencing its many maws, and a hope or desire behind those who are perpetrating this ritual and performing it, a desire for this to appease at least a portion of Mylar's hunger. And it does sound like in the next 6 seconds or so, there will be blood.
Theron will look towards the charmed cultist. He will gesture towards the summoning circle and he will say, "My brother, this incantation will fail without your perseverance. You must join the subject in the circle. If you do not, I fear your brothers may perish at the hands of Mylar."
Can I get a persuasion check with like a... I don't know if I would call it advantage, or would I say like a flat bonus here? Maybe a flat +5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
16.
Okay.
Let's see that thing saving throw, whatever. Charisma saving throw.
I think if you hit something like that, he might not even think about it. But there you go, just for it.
Yeah.
The cultist leaps into action and, at least somewhat quietly, so as to not to disturb the rest, he shuffles in and begins to do the same incantation, reciting it somewhat awkwardly at first and then getting into the rhythm of it. The others seem almost surprised by him joining in, as if it wasn't the initial plan or anything, but this also has the effect of seemingly extending the ritual as they sort of start backwards in their incantations, and at the very least buying a little bit more time for this subject. And for you, too, to do whatever it is you wish to do.
Theron will continue to observe. He is very eager to know what will come of the incantation and what he can learn from observing it.
What's Selkor going to do during this time?
Can they see us?
From their vantage point, you are at least partially occluded. If you were to stand very close to the lip, then you would definitely be visible. But these are, if they were... Let's just say that you are partially occluded from it.
Okay.
But not fully, so they might be able to see just like a...
If only I was a dwarf.
Yeah. Well, then you wouldn't be able to see them, but,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's just curious to see if they would have noticed him by now. I don't know if there's really a check he can make for that. Maybe an insight check or something, but...
You have
Like,
not
obviously
perceived them doing anything other than what they're focused on with the ritual. And you didn't notice any of either of the original two lifting their heads, like scan the room or anything.
With a message to Theron, he will say, No rush, but I think we have an easy way past.
I guess I
And he
should
will
tell you,
go.
Selkor, as you get near closer to that door to the east, there is a sort of invisible force that it's like you're seeing a vision of something that could happen to you, and it's that vision is you glancing towards this door and then being pulled there as if by some invisible hand, and then you sort of snap out of that momentary thought or vision.
As he has this vision, we'll say he sent the first message, and then he's sending another one. He'll say, "Okay, slight rush. I feel as though I am ready to be pulled very strongly towards this door by something unseeable. Curious."
Well, brother, I was quite curious about this ritual, but if I must join you, I will.
Yes, Illidan, come here. Come eat the skull.
He will attempt to open the door.
You are not prepared.
The door slides open, revealing a T-shaped hallway, I suppose a inverted T. As you step forth into it, you notice that the door to the north is cast open, and there are many golden lights coming from within. A large chamber of some sort, seemingly quite important, and once again, Selkor, you feel almost pulled in another reality towards this place. And no sooner do you open the door, do the other cultists leap from their spots, the charmed one still attempting to perform the incantation. It seems you've gotten their attention, and not in a good way.
The devil's will would have us go north. I say you close that door to buy us some time. And he will very calmly start walking forward.
I would not disagree, brother. And he will shut the door behind him and then follow.
Perfect. So while the cultists are scrambling, you do hear some movement. Oh, that one is locked open. So good luck.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I can't lock it open actually, but now you know. You hear some muffled footfalls chasing after you, but as you enter this chamber, there's a immediate fixation upon the large sarcophagus, chest, container of some sort down the steps and then up the steps. It seems like it's one of those larger chambers that requires one hand on either side, or one great creature, or certainly two creatures of your stature, Selkor.
Well, as the humans used to say after the first sentence, satisfaction brought it back. And he will move to open the sarcophagus.
We'll join you.
All right. You hear the sound of the door sliding open as the cultists are beginning to move closer in. But as you do so, question is, give me that athletics roll from both of you, because this thing is heavy.
That's 2 3s.
Uh-oh.
Also 2 3s.
Well,
Well,
it is also
I'm going to have to fight first.
The starting party is the weakest people, too.
Well,
sorry, Vraxis, you won't be able to fight with us.
Well, hold on.
Where's the charmed cultist to help us open this?
So that's the amount of movement that they can do in their turn. So you guys have another go at it as they're starting to spill out into the room. You hear them starting to yell about your defilement and befoulment and unworthiness, and it's easy to tune them out.
Do we kill them first or after?
Oh, how cute, brother. They have principles.
I always hated those principles. They walk around the school like they own the place.
If it's worth all their attention, then I think it's only right that we continue this defilement.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, am I inspired by his words?
Advantage for audacity.
No, what I can say is maybe a certain shambler character could roll an athletics check from inside. Because the first time you were awakened by it, or at the very least made aware of it, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, that checks.
God damn.
You nudge it a bit, and then a bit again, and the thing just fucking flies up into the ceiling.
Yeah, it just shatters off from the front hinges and slams into the light after, revealing one very angry-looking devil man in a pile of sludge.
Reroll an initiative, boys.
If anything was defiled, brother, it was already defiled before we were here. And then he'll roll a 19 like a pugger.
We all rolled 18s.
Wait, don't I get...
Except me, I rolled a 3.
Don't I get to go first because I'm the higher mod?
Probably.
I don't know how that works.
Yes, but I don't know why I gave one or the other the order.
Unless you guys want to do rollies.
You double roll to decide. Well, you know what this means, boys.
Human or elven?
The cultists here appeared human, but it wasn't exactly easy to identify them from the lighting. So
Wait, what? They're not actually human?
they appeared human.
Whose turn is it? Me?
Well, sure. I don't know why I did that. So
I don't know, maybe just like Squelch better.
it kind of does, yeah.
319.
The Squelch is just cool. Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me actually see. What's your dex mod? Oh yeah, you should have won that. I don't know why I didn't give it to you. Also, Vraxis should also be second.
I won it over Vraxis for some reason, but not Squelch. Squelch is just better, I guess.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's probably a 3-crow question if he even knows. Is there a rules as written for how this kind of tie is settled?
If you both roll the same number, then the person with the higher dexterity score will go first.
Okay. Well, that just didn't do that, which is really funny. Squelch just...
So the order is
beat him.
Selkor, Vraxis, Squelch.
That's right. So that's what we'll do,
Right.
and we'll just remember to give Selkor, or we'll just remember to give Squelch a turn after Selkor and Vraxis. It's fine. Oh, unless the
Alright.
cultist also wins. No, yeah, that's fine. I'll break ties in favor of party members. I think that's fair.
All right. So this stairwell is not high enough for me to not be able to see the cultists, right?
That is correct, and totally not because I forgot to do it on the map level.
All right. Well, he is going to set up. He's going to step over here, and he's going to set up a Misty Switch with this front cultist.
Okay.
For 1 psi, which means there's 3 psi left. He is then going to expend another psi to cast his Shocking Grasp as a bonus action, which he can use as a touch spell because that cultist is affected by Misty Switch.
Damn right.
That is 8 damage if that full hits.
Oh, it sure does.
And then with his action, he's going to use his rapier.
Yes. How do you want to roleplay this? Because you've essentially picked a target, been able to engage with them at long range, but it's almost like you're stabbing in their direction, but still hitting them. Like, how would you describe your movements here for this kind of thing? It's like that little rippling of psionic energy sort of emanating around your blade and stuff, right?
Yeah. So he's going to step forward, and those watching will see the cultist enshrouded in some sort of magical ability, and the same magical ability will show through his right hand and his rapier as electric sparks start to spread across the cultist, and then slashes from his rapier start to spread across his body as he, I don't know if he falls, but he certainly feels it.
Okay, so the rapier attack as well pierces the sort of shroud around you then, or the invisible sort of thing, and then as it does so, it just straight up brings the cultist to his knees, and he falls over, a loss of consciousness clearly upon him, while the others behind mutter of weakness. Then the creature, the being that seemed to have flung open his tomb begins to emerge from that place.
Crimson-skinned creature of hell emerges, marked with the scars of 1,000 different battles, black and twisting. He turns to regard Theron, the yellowed eyes squinting as he studies the elven features of the man who would wake hell. What the fuck do I see?
What do you see?
Yeah. Is he scared? Is he...
Oh. Yeah, what's Theron's reaction?
Well, you see, see a rather tall elven man with bright silver hair and fair skin, dressed in rather regal, scholarly academy clothing, and he is looking between you and the presence of the cultist on the far side of the room, and between you and them, he looks a little unimpressed.
With a slight turn of its head, rotation of its head, it looks at you puzzled and says, "You do not fear death. That will come later." And then the thing will leap from its sarcophagus towards the still living cultist. What kind of check do I make, DM?
Probably acrobatics if you're leaping.
Okay. Now,
but you have expertise, right?
10.
Yeah, it's your 3 becomes a 10, so then it's a +6. So then you're looking at a 16. And that is more than enough to leap from your position and land like on like right here basically. Which is very imposing.
Yeah, so he will leap straight from the sarcophagus to there, and then he will produce a dagger, a very worn and old thing, but nonetheless sharp, as he charges towards the remaining cultist. Is that a hit, or we're doing half damage?
That is going to be half damage.
All right. So
And
that will
because of
be,
Alexander, that will be 3. Wait,
oh, okay.
is that
so
right?
That's 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's half rounding up.
Half rounded up.
So that will gain him 1 momentum, which means his next strike is going to have my proficiency bonus add to it, and he will produce yet another dagger, and with a bonus action attack.
Okay, so
that
that hits
full
for
or
full
half?
damage.
All right.
The twin strikes
And,
appear to make the cultist grimace in pretty significant pain.
Then as a bonus action, since now I have 2 momentum and I get a free action, he will quickly flick his wrist and a bunch of ball bearings will fall into the hallway just behind the cultist, in case any more decide to try and pop out.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, that's a big template. There we go.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just a square behind him.
Yeah, the map's not quite configured properly, so, or it is, but it wasn't quite designed for the right space here, so there's just some oddities like that hallway being more to one side.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
So,
that covers the hallway behind it, the 2 squares behind it.
So that will be my turn. That was my main action, my bonus action, my free action. We are 2 momentum, baby.
Okay.
And now it's Squelch's turn to run towards my bag and look at it very strongly.
So you're gonna hear, or they're gonna see the slime and ooze within the sarcophagus begin to ripple and move until it starts essentially pouring out the side of the sarcophagus and forms into this vaguely humanoid shape of a creature, which then kind of sails across the room. And while it does, they hear meat.
Based.
That was epic.
Wait. Oh, you can't actually go straight across there?
Well, you're an ooze, so
Okay.
you just kind of
You just spin
liquefy
it
up
over
it.
the leg.
Yeah.
And then I have unarmed fighting, so I believe my unarmed strikes are 1d4 plus my strength mod,
Hell yeah.
because I picked that as level 1 barbarian, because the classes are a little different. Okay, so let me roll here. If I remember correctly, how to type this. Hello?
/R 1d4. Is it going?
Oh, /R. Here we go. Well, I was rolling the attack first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So that does hit.
And there you go. 5 damage.
You
So yeah,
pummel
you'll
him.
see like a. Oh yeah, sorry.
No,
I'll let
yeah.
you describe it.
No, yeah. You.
Oh, I was
you
gonna say. You see like a big slimy fist, essentially slam into this guy's head, as he yells, "More meat!" That's the end of the turn.
Hey, that's not my turn.
It isn't your turn. I just had to move it over. So one cultist barges out from the eastern tunnel and, seeing the overcrowded hallway, begins to, as well as the ball bearings, begins to beckon for some assistance from some unseen compatriot of the cultists, and then slowly, carefully walks forward so that he can perhaps switch, or not switch, but so that he can be close to support his friend, his cultist friend.
Don't let them take you, brother. We can still bring these two back to where Mylar demanded them.
And he is going to sort of beckon his compatriot out of the way. And you will see a dagger fly past, targeting Squelch.
Oh shit, Squelch.
For 3.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
You got 3'd.
You did indeed
Yep.
get 3.
Dude, that's almost
Okay,
half
I
my
can
health.
It's okay. I can get 3 to 4 more times.
That's 12, by the way.
You can also rage
cool,
and
by the way.
3 a billion times.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Damn, Charm Person lasts for 10 minutes. That's crazy.
It actually lasts for an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
owned.
He's sitting there still.
No, he's like trying to figure out what's going on, and he's like, "No, guys, they're cool. I swear." All right, so the cultist that is barely hanging on after Vraxis and Squelch both. Oh shit!
Gets teleported to where Selkor is.
Right, he primes a strike with his scimitar, targeting Vraxis, and it might have done him some good too, but instead, he suddenly finds himself amidst nothing and strikes the open air. Then looks around in a panic. I can't believe you did this to your brother, dude.
Well, he just used his action. My brother's fine. I hope. Right, brother?
You just fucking teleported this guy into the room? What the hell?
Dude, if he hits...
Well, we'll just have to chase down the meat.
No, Theron has shield. He's fine.
Alright,
Ah,
incoming
he's
dagger
fine.
hit for a
He's
whole
fine.
2 damage is thrown at you, Theron.
He rolled an 18.
An 18 AC, yeah. Or 18 attack to attack roll.
Oh shit, I can't even shield it. Alright, I'll take it.
It slices past your shoulder and cuts into your vulnerable wizard flesh.
Indeed it does.
And then... Brothers, there must have been some misunderstanding. There's... Oh. As the charmed cultist walks in but sees what the 2 elves have wrought, it realizes perhaps they weren't so charming after all. I was gonna roleplay that a little bit as his turn being mostly consumed by seeing that he has been like befuddled or something. But what do you think about that, Three Crow? Like, if you discover evidence of treachery to a point where you have reasonable suspicion, does that actually counteract the magic, or is the magic supposed to overwhelm even that?
So the official rating is, if it fails the saving throw, the creature becomes charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows that it was charmed by you.
Right.
So, technically, attacking its allies is not technically doing anything harmful to the creature. So, anything beyond that is your interpretation.
Okay. I was thinking maybe harmful in the sense of, like, his religious goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely
like,
harmful to his ideology.
Yeah, his ideology, where he's like, you know, clearly this was supposed to be a very important or significant thing that the cult had to do, that kind of thing. So that's more what I was thinking. But
You are the DM. It's up to you.
yeah,
I think that's beast.
I think that's what makes sense to me. But I didn't want the spell slot to be expended without the getting good mileage out of it, and it got you guys in here without violence. But it also even consumed a turn at the end there. So I hope that makes everybody feel eh. And also, Theron, it's your turn.
Oh, indeed it is.
Dude, kill that guy. He hit you with a dagger, and he inexplicably got into this room.
I'm going to look at the cultist nearest to me, and I'm going to give him a disapproving look. And I will kind of hold up my finger and shake it from side to side, and I'll go, tisk, tisk, tisk. You sure know how to bring yourself in and meddle, don't you? Well, you'll regret that soon enough. I'm going to step down by the new homies and my brother, and gazing into the hallway, in between my brother and the cultist, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And in that sliver of space between the two, from within the wall, a illusion will emerge, and the cultist facing my brother will notice a door close between them, and he will be faced with the illusion of a stone door.
Oh shit.
So it's actually me, right?
It is actually you. That's really confusing and silly. I wonder if I can actually change that. But first, hold on 1 second.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
With that in mind, I'm going to... I feel like there's a way. There's got to be a way to actually look at the combat and change.
You should be able to
the
move
order.
Squelch over like 2 or whatever, but I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, like the only thing I can think of is to update the initiative for Cellcore to be up here, and then update the initiative. So just like giving them +1, I can at least do that, but I don't know why I can't just move them. Anyway, that's fixed now. So Cellcore, it is your turn.
Does it seem as though the cultist believed it before the stone door popped up in front of my face?
Well, he was looking around panickedly, but he did not yet react, as it is not his turn.
And he also has to make a check to determine that it is an illusion on his turn.
Okay, so I can walk freely, in a sense.
Yeah, he's not gonna know that you're leaving, so he can't opportunity attack you or whatever.
Also, rules as written, you cannot walk through a creature that is blocking your path, and so you're kind of trapped by Vraxis.
Oh, is he a willing creature?
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you willing to let this elf by you so that the two of you can? He'll
What would be a
difficult terrain and all that.
would be a hunger check?
Oops, Frank. Hunger check, you say?
Yeah.
I guess Constitution.
Okay.
Owned.
Make an insight check for me, Cellcore.
Oh shit. Well, he's
You
proficient.
don't know what that look on his face is, but you don't think it's friendly.
Evil campaign,
Well,
by the way.
That throws a whole different thing into it. Now who does he target?
No, wait. That could be so good. Sorry, I shouldn't say it. I'm the DM. But...
No, but like actually, this guy doesn't look friendly, and he's fucking right in. He's literally trapped for him in a hard place.
Yeah, but what if you did a little Misty Switch thing, and then you were like, well, if he attacks me, That's fine. And then you start walking, trying to walk past him, and then if he does,
That's true.
Or you can backflip over me like a Giga Chad.
I am trying to Misty Switch him. I just can't get the thing to pop up. Which
No,
is
that's
weird
okay.
because it works for reflexive riposte, but not Misty Switch.
That's really funny because I think reflexive riposte isn't even an action; it's a passive.
No, that's the reaction one.
Yeah, but like you can just click that card for that, but it's listed as passive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
you're doing that, and then you're gonna try to walk past him or walk through him or whatever.
Yeah, he'll use his bonus action to envelop Viraxis in a Misty Switch psionic energy.
Okay. Now,
All right.
then the question is, does Vraxis attempt to attack Selkor
The
as
question
Selkor
is,
walks by?
Does Vraxis know whatever his class is?
Revocatus? Revocatus are
Revocatus.
new to you, Vraxis. So you will
Okay.
not know, and you will just feel and sense that something has potentially been deployed by this elf to pollute your senses.
All right. And Misty Switch does what again? It's the teleport. Like if I move.
Yeah, if you make any declarative movement or action or anything like that, you switch the character switches places with you.
Oh, it's anything at all. It's not just hostile.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, you could do anything. So if you,
Well,
but you basically Selkor is walking into your space to attempt to walk past you, and so you can attack. But also, if you on your turn, which is coming up, moved, you would switch places. Any action would do it.
All right. Can I use my reaction to grab Selkor?
Oh yeah, you want to do a grapple check?
Yeah.
yeah, you can try.
Do you want acrobatics or athletics?
It's athletics unless you have the agile grappler feat, which I believe is a monk thing. So
I think it's a 0 because it's Misty Switch and he just teleports.
no, it's important.
All right, fair enough.
Different than I'm trying to cut your head off.
Okay. All right. So Vraxis, you reach over and grab the cultist through the stone door.
Based.
All right.
And while you're, we'll get back to you in a second with Selkor. What's the rest of your turn looking like?
Selkor, essentially, like I guess what Squelch and Theron will see, and perhaps even the cultists, will be Selkor just walking essentially through Vraxis as Vraxis tries to lunge at him, and he will shake his head with his rapier still in his hand, saying, "Filthy animal." And he will walk towards the cultists and attack with his rapier. And
Oh,
make a
crit! Chad moment.
and only roll an 8.
Yeah, but that's still enough to fucking kill that guy. See you later, dude. Dude, that was a pretty good turn. And now there's the cultist who's like the stone door that appeared randomly in front of his face now has arms sticking out of it, just annihilating him, holding him, grappling him. Yeah. All right,
He's being
Vraxis.
pulled through a door.
Yeah.
That he's like, what? How does this? What is happening?
Dude, honestly, it would be really funny if Vraxis just started pulling him backwards and gave him opportunity attacks to Squelch. That'd be hilarious.
So as this happens, Vraxis will be sort of jarred from his bloodlust for just a moment. And then he'll say, "Ah, yes. So you think that the magic is your ally." He will then yank the cultist through the illusionary door. He will, whatever check I have to make, but he will try and throw him at Selkor.
Oh, okay. That'll be another athletics check. And you are going to be able to yank him through the door anyway, because he failed the grapple check, so... you can say that you pull him through. Okay, so now... that's like to throw him, and then I need... a 1d20 plus 2 for your accuracy check to see if it hits direct or not.
Does this apply momentum bonuses? Is the cultist a fresh weapon?
The cultist is a fresh weapon for this purpose.
Okay, so that's actually a +4 plus my rage bonus. Now, is that cumulative, as in each successive strike is a +1, or is it just a flat +1 as long as I keep making strikes?
Where is the plus? Oh, that's the Pact of Mylar.
Pact of
thing?
Mylar.
Yeah.
Each time you succeed on attack roll, you gain a +1 on subsequent attack roll. So is that each attack is adding the +1? So this is actually another +2?
Each time, so it's
two
each time,
consecutive
so that does indeed happen, and then it bonus expires if you don't make a successful attack roll in 2 turns. So yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna
So-
have to keep track of how many times you succeed in attack roll, but
Yeah.
you also are looking to roll an attack roll right now.
So this is a 1d20 plus 6. Then. 2
Sure.
from
Yeah,
so
that
your
sounds
plus
about right.
2 from the earlier, and 2 from being a fresh weapon. All right.
There you go. All right, now give me a 1d4.
No strength mod?
I guess so.
Oh no.
Well, unfortunately, Selkor, you just filthy animal, and then you got crumpled a little bit by a cultist being thrown into you. If it's any consolation, the cultist also got hurt a little bit. There's a lot of
That was
repositioning enemies in this fight already.
That was my primary action.
Wait. Hold on. I have to remember my character for a second.
Yep, that's a common one. This is the first session. Is there a way to undo that before
no,
they...
it's not magical.
No, the cultist is not a magical
I
attack.
cannot use Providence. Never mind. And Blade Ward's an action, right? Yeah,
What is
Blade
it?
Ward's an
Oh,
action,
yeah,
not a
yeah.
reaction. Well, he filthy animaled me.
Yeah, for half your health too. Unreasonable.
So, with my free action from Hot Hands, I now have 3 momentum. He will produce a sword, and walking steadily towards Selkor and the cultist, Braxis will say, "Those moves were very impressive for you." And he will
He just
proceed.
wing posting.
He will proceed to offhand attack with the long sword into the cultist. So this is a fresh weapon, so +2 + 3 is 5.
Yeah.
Dude, this character has had 2 turns. He's already said 2 Bane lines.
Yeah.
That's 9 damage.
That's a nice long strike along his spine there. And the cultist looking very worse for wear.
Let me see what's left of my momentum here. That brings me up to 4. Was action, okay. All right, and then I guess ball bearing, since I still have that other free action. So he just sort of.
The very important ball bearings.
Yeah, but they're at your feet now, buddy.
Oh
Fuck.
no!
Shit.
If only I could teleport.
He doesn't know how often you can do it. It's the one next to you, right here. All right, that's his turn.
All right, Squelch. It's your turn.
So, Squelch is going to look very confused for a moment. And he's going to say, "Elf meat, not good meat." And then he's going to move past Theron and Vraxis here. And he's going to hit this cultist.
Hell yeah, dude. Punch that guy.
You're flanking, right?
He nat one.
Yeah, that is a flank, so that will count. He's yeah,
Oh,
you have advantage.
you
But that
got
could have
saved.
been.
Oh, okay.
That could have been a nat
Okay.
one. You're right.
It's okay. It's another one right here.
Why would you do that? What if he stands up and attacks you? Hey, that hits.
Yo.
Hey, that's just enough to kill him.
Holy shit, that guy got 3 to do.
I don't know if this satisfies Squelch in any way, but
Squelch will now cover the corpse.
perfect.
And he says, "Meat," and then he looks very satisfied. That's the end of his
True.
turn.
I can't believe the cultist being thrown at me at very fast speeds wasn't a magical attack. What the hell, DM?
Listen, it's important.
Yeah, if I just remembered how my character worked, I probably just would have reactivated Misty Switch when I used it the first time, but it's okay.
You can reactivate it.
Well, after I complete a teleport, I get my psi back, and it's only 1 psi, so I could have used it again on Phraxis. So if he tried throwing it at me, it would have just replaced him with me, and he would have thrown it at himself.
Yeah, you just wouldn't have been able to kill the other cultist.
Yeah.
What a meme.
Could you imagine? He's just like, you think magic is your ally? And he just
Throws it at himself. Well, he would complete the throw, and then he would like half throw it or whatever. And so I don't even know if I don't even know how that would be resolved, because you have to be winding up.
Probably.
And
Yeah,
then,
probably wouldn't get very far. It would probably
it would be more like suddenly Vraxis just teleports and then the guy falls onto the ground.
Yeah.
Falls into the arms
Meanwhile,
of Selkor.
Raxus's arms like fling forward.
Yeah.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just throwing air at the other cultists.
Yeah, he like gets knocked off balance or whatever. No, that would be pretty funny. All right, I need a dexterity saving throw from Vraxis as the cultist down south begins to charge up some sort of magical strike against you.
What?
Oh
That's what I like
no.
to see. We're Vraxis haters.
Yeah, that wasn't that far off from the amount either, but that is going to be 5 radiant damage onto Vraxis' person.
Where'd your health go, dude?
Did the cultist down south succeed on an intelligence check to determine that there was not a door?
Oh, I guess I should do that.
Well, he just watched his fucking.
I mean, yeah, he did, but I don't know if that. I don't know if that particularly changes it. So.
I feel like that kind of gives him an advantage. On
Yeah, at least
like,
an advantage.
Like,
Yeah,
it was a 14
Man,
or an 18. So.
Well, he
Yeah.
passed.
he passed
Yeah.
both times, so it didn't matter.
There you go. And luckily, that's a cantrip, so it's not even an action. So I don't even have to undo damaging Shambler's character. So, pretty good. Then the cultist will step to one side and allow the charmed one to move forward while saying, "That's not a door."
Thanks, guy.
well, you totally need to be told that.
He slips on the ball bearings, bro.
If he walks slowly, he doesn't.
Oh, fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Owned
6.
by preparedness.
Yeah, dude. He had exactly enough to get in here. Start hacking at you.
Dude.
Ooh.
Oh my god, why not? Oh my lord.
All right, the scimitar strike brings you within an inch of your unlife, your perpetual life. And Theron, you bear witness to this.
His unholy life.
Unholy life.
This is the charmed one?
Yeah. The one who was true.
My brother, you have defamed our cult. You have raised your blade against the one who has preserved your life. And now you will pay for it.
Shit.
Well, you won't pay for it very much.
You'll pay for it in half
Yeah.
damage.
If he nat one, do you think it should have hit Vraxis?
Oh,
He takes 5
That's
damage.
that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yep.
real nice if it was pop full, but that's still pretty good.
Well, I chuck a firebolt at him. It's
That's
my
right.
turn.
Owned.
I will back up a little bit.
Okay.
Well, we know what comes after Theron's fire.
Yeah.
It's Misty Switch and
Can
Shocking
I even
Blast.
attack him from here?
Yeah,
That's
that's
not your
allowed.
turn.
You can reach.
It's not your turn.
No, yeah. He's,
Oh, it's not my turn.
he's just hanging out. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Yeah. It's like a strange settling of psionic energy begins to crackle and scorch the cultist's flesh before finally the full effects of your spell linger upon him. And he's already a little scorched from that fire, screaming once and then twice in the pain, but shrugging off the attacks nonetheless. Okay. Raxus?
So I'm
You-
mistied again.
No, that was the cultist.
No, that's a cultist.
Oh, okay. As he struck and then scimitared, Vraxis will let out a feral cry. Half of a demon and half of a fucking undead owlbear or some shit. Something from hell has come out.
Mhm.
And everyone's horror, his jaw will sink deeply into that man that dared foul him. A feral look in his eye. So, that's plus. Let's see. This is a fresh weapon, +2, +4. Any other applicable bonuses here? If you are bloodied, this bonus is also granted to all creatures within 10 feet of you.
You are bloodied. So whatever
So,
number you get, should
Everyone
be-
around me is going to get a bonus after this. So you're all going to feel. Oh, let me first roll it. +2, +2, +2, +6. Alright.
Oh, it was a crit too.
Critical hit.
All right, and that's going to be 5 health. So you're not going to be bloodied anymore.
Yeah. Now, for the purposes of everyone getting that bonus, do they still get it or what?
Well, no, because you're not bloodied anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's only while you're bloodied.
So the rage.
There's like a
the-
momentary like leeching of the rage during that time. So, but that only work. What is it written as? It's like attack rolls, but it's not. Oh yeah, it is just attack roll. So
Okay.
yeah. I don't think the bonus would have been enough to make Theron succeed, but I'll have to remember that because I thought it was like physical attack roll for some reason, but it's any attack roll. That's pretty good.
Alright, so my next attack is going to be with that long sword. It's versatile, right? Versatile weapon?
If so, it just means that you can use your strength or dex depending on how you're using it.
Yeah. So we're going to do. Well, no, I can wield it as
You get
two-handed, right?
Oh,
For more dice, more damage on the dice.
The plus 12 from it is because he's like fully cranked out on his weapon master momentum and his pact of Mylar.
Yeah.
He basically just gets
This character never misses.
every time he makes an attack roll, he gets a +1 bonus. And while he's bloodied, that bonus is shared to everybody. So that also is stacking. He's got a few stackers. And as you can see, it's still possible for him to not hit. But thankfully, the half damage and the glancing blow is still going to be enough to crumple this cultist to the ground, having truly failed his organization.
So as Praxis withdraws, taking a bloody chunk out of the man's shoulder, he'll grab the blade in his hand and he'll swing it down. The strike is wild, it's unfocused, it's filled with rage, but the blunt force is enough. You just hear the crack of a rib as the blade doesn't even cut. It just smashes his guts to pulp. The creature, the demon, walks forward slowly as to not trip on his own ball bearings. Snarling like an animal. He can't actually hurt this guy, so my free action is going to be... Actually, I have like 5 momentum now. That means I can... Action bound towards a new destination. It's a bonus action.
Yeah, and if you have a fresh weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack. We add 5 momentum. So.
Yeah, but I already used my action. I used my longsword, I used my whatever. So I have a bonus action, but I can also deploy a weapon. Okay. Can I take this guy's scimitar actually as I walk?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll throw it in your inventory.
Alright. And then as he walks, he will step right about here and stop. That'll be his turn.
All right. Well, Squelch, you have your meat. And as a mild spoiler, since there's a tiny hallway that you can't even move through, or I guess you probably could because you're Squelch. But it looks to me like the last cultist standing is not going to be standing anytime soon. He's probably going to be running. But, we'll say that you hear his quivering as he starts to make ready to do that. Yeah, that's right.
50-foot tremor sense, so I probably actually can indirectly see him.
That's right. So, in that sense, it's not even a spoiler.
That's right. They'll probably see Squelch start to ripple, and he actually grows smaller until he is small-sized. Mm-hmm. And then he is going to move to 20.
Acts as a willing creature for 12.
Yeah, I figured. And because he's small, he can actually get to the other side of Braxis, I think. I think that's how it works, right?
How do you knock something prone that doesn't walk?
I mean, right now I'm thinking for this session we're gonna have Squelch be immune to the ball bearings because that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But we'll find out another way later if we feel like changing that later.
Okay. And then that'll probably be it for Squelch's turn. But he is Oh, which direction is the cultist? Towards the exit? The
eastern one, yeah. So, he's over here. I'm just showing you for a second. And there will be indeed the sense of this guy bolting and disappearing along the hallway. So you hear and feel him, sense him running north from his position to the east. So went up a hallway to the northeast.
The meat will not escape.
There you go.
Yeah.
Taking away the initiative is bold. You assume that we're not killing Vraxis right now?
You assume that you can kill Vraxis.
Yeah, dude. Well, you guys can talk over what you're planning on doing. I have to pee. And then we'll do the first actual party role play, eh? BRB?
From you guys' perspective, the demon monster is walking away, but he's fucking snarling. For some reason, he doesn't want to eat you.
Well, Squelch already made it clear that he doesn't want to eat them because they're elves. And elves don't make good meat.
Yeah, he's gonna be really mad when he finds out the elf has the bag.
So far, Theron is just rather entertained that we managed to uncover some entities that joined us in the fight.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, what the fuck is the devil's will? Like,
Don't worry about it.
are you going to control us here? Because I can't think of a like. I don't actually want Praxis to want to kill Selkor. Like right now, I'm just going like it's bloodlust. He's going. The humans have hurt him, right?
Well, and I assume they're of some sort of rival cult or whatever, and that's why we're killing them.
If they're cult of Mylar, no, I'm Mylar.
Oh. Well then, okay. I don't know why we're killing them.
Well, I'm guessing that they're not Mylar because they're looking to satiate the hunger or something. But
Okay.
what I'm also going with as a backup explanation, if that's not the case, is that Raxus recognizes that that it might be like they're the offering, and these two look like not the offering.
Right.
Well, we showed up and you guys immediately started eating way more than you have in a while, so.
This is true.
Well, Raxus is not meant to be like I like eating peasants thing. Like these are trash mobs.
Yeah, but you still haven't eaten in a while compared to when we got here.
Yeah, he's never experienced his hunger before either. That's the thing as well, is that he wasn't always a vampire. So that's another thing I'm going with, that maybe these guys just smell like better food.
I mean, they're elves. They probably don't have that much blood.
I love how at level 1 I can roll a 32. Oh. Hope that devil's will can bind us, because good lord.
I think it's meant for Squelch. I don't know about you.
Squelch is probably the easier one to control. Squelch could be bribed.
With meat.
Yeah.
Somehow I usually end up carrying a Balethal character.
It is a recurring theme.
It's a good one.
have returned.
Welcome back.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So, what's everybody's consensus? The dust settled.
Raxus proceeds forward, still snarling, still looking for prey. Human prey. They taste better to his new senses.
How would you know that?
Because he just tasted them.
Yeah, he just ate one.
You didn't need an elf.
Well, that you know of.
That's true.
I can also say they smell better.
Salcor's observing.
Does Squelch have the feeling that, like, that last cultist has escaped?
By the way, there's weird endless darkness for me here. There's no actual revelation that this is ground.
Oh yeah, that's probably because you don't have light on you.
Oh. I have dark vision.
You do, and I did try to configure your token to have that dark vision.
It's not real. Did I see which way the
I
cultist
updated
went?
your token, so maybe now it worked? Not sure.
Now I'm just gray for some reason.
Yeah, because you're standing in a position that doesn't have any light.
Oh, I don't think I have. Essentially, I should have like 60-foot dark vision, right? Because I have tremor sense or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'll just look at the stream because the stream's correct. So
Well, stream is Fog of
the
War
cultist
revealed,
go
so
that
that's
way?
why. Because the others walked through it. Can somebody explain to me why tremor sense would be dark vision? I'm confused about that.
It's not, but I just can't see anything. Which, whenever anything moves, I would just essentially see everything around me.
1 second.
But he had to go reach the top shelf. Well,
Oh, I'll note every time Vraxus spoke was in a combination of Infernal and Elven or Sylvan.
well, I know all those words. So.
Oh yeah, but now you know that he knows Sylvan.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so the confusion about the Fog of War, or the reveal or whatever, is that there are people who had light, namely Selkor with his torch, who walked through here, and they revealed it. But I'm not sure. Yeah, there's no light at the end of the hallway. Basically, that's the problem. So.
Okay.
I can see this human here. I just can't see this specific.
Yeah, because there's light on the low ground and it doesn't cast to the high ground. And you can see over the low ground. And so when you walk into light, you have, like Selkar walked further forward and illuminated it, and now you can see it.
Okay. Well,
that's the lighting system. I just don't typically have a lot of places that have very low light, so you're probably only seeing this for the first time despite playing the Infoundry.
Do I feel any more pulls?
Yeah. Towards Squelch.
Where did the cultist go?
Who's now small?
Yeah. The cultist appeared to have gone to the east, judging by the sounds you heard.
Vraxus will howl.
Come, devour. We have prey.
And head towards the sound.
Goop thingy, I believe this is yours. And he will pull out the bag from his pocket.
Squelch will ripple and grow and turn back towards Selkor with a confused but curious form. I don't know, expression. Does he have a face?
He can if he wants, right?
That's true.
Just
He
turns
will
into a
form
question mark.
face. That's right. Yeah, there you go. He turns into his entire body into one giant question mark, actually.
Yes. By yours, I mean meant for you. And he will approach with the bag to see if the Devil's Will interacts with him at all.
Squelch, as this man, this elf, approaches you with this bag, the bag itself seems to almost warble and reveal something like a maw that does look rather cozy. Almost like maybe you belong there.
I make a persuasion check with advantage.
What's Squelch's idea about that first?
Furious.
And then he will shoot out a tendril that will go into this bag.
I was hoping he would do that.
Oh yeah? Does Selkor do something in response?
Yes, it's only right you should observe it.
The bag begins to undulate as the tendril of Squelch enters it. Within this bag, it's almost like there's earth and stone, maybe metal, a place constructed by something intelligent. And that metal is interwoven with dirt and earth, and there's cracks in the stones fit for one such as yourself to migrate through at your will in a way that only you could. It's difficult to tell from just being within there with a tendril, but it's almost like you have found a place that was meant for you, or your kind.
Where did this come from?
That is for me to know and you to learn, and perhaps even me to learn the true origins of it. Perhaps if we combine our powers with my brothers and that creature, we may find the answer.
I will explore this bag, and you will watch out for me.
So now he's gonna try to put more of himself in the bag.
All of yourself, or just a little bit more of yourself?
Just, I would say he's gonna start with not necessarily all.
Just to grant you further understanding of the area, to see larger scope of it as well. It's as if
With a message to Theron, Selkor will say, "Brother, you really must see this." Brother?
Is Three Crow still here? Did he fall asleep?
I'm here. I'm here.
Crow.
Evil Crow?
Yeah, evil.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said that you must see this, and I'm referencing if you turn the corner to see Selkor holding out the Devil's Will as Squelch tries to fill it up.
Theron settles his way to get a view of the hallway and gazes down upon it approvingly.
Okay, so you're gonna bear witness to Squelch, the goop, the strange, the strange sort of sludge and ooze entering the artifact that your brother procured from Ekimonjar with more and more of its body. Not quite all of it yet. And the bag undulates approvingly, as if this is the purpose it was meant for.
And
We
Bagtime is off.
like this bag. We shall stay if you provide meat.
So he's going to continue to put more of himself until he's inside the bag.
As Squelch enters entirely into the bag, Selkor will chuckle and say, Yes, you have been awake not 5 minutes and you've already consumed a good amount, so I'd say you can trust me. Also, I meant to ask, is the thing behind Theron, is that like a chest? Like, what is that?
Yeah, there was indeed a little chest there.
I'd like to open that, but I'm squelching, so maybe Theron would like to open that. Right, Theron?
Recall live.
I'm here.
The question
Do you
is,
want to
does he
open
actually want to, or is he more concerned with what's happening with the squelching?
If you're trying to convince him of something, you might want to make a passing attempt to convince him.
Instead of just saying, hey, player.
You can always say, "Hey, brother, open that chest. I'm busy squelching."
Brother, I've collected this thing. Perhaps we should clear out that room before going after the other one. And he will acknowledge the chest behind you.
Does Praxis successfully bust down the door, by the way?
The door remains solid for now.
You'll hear a primal scream of rage echo down the halls.
Yeah, and a really loud bang, too.
Running.
That would be the devil man.
Yeah, yes, I gathered that. Having you on my side is going to be quite funny, isn't it?
I hope it provides me with many fresh corpses.
Yes, yes. Eternal hunger and corpses, yes. Yeah, I see one right over here. And I'll take him to the human that's over here.
Please stuff it into the bag.
Yeah. Well. Is this human dead?
No. But they are...
Stuff it in the bag anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be like stasis or something. They're in some sort of stasis of a sort.
First off, what is your name?
We are Squelch, the primal hunger. Who are you, elf?
Well, Squelch, and only Squelch, I am Selkor Valus. I am brother to Theron Valus, the one in the room, who is hopefully clearing that room out before your burial friend goes crazy, how about you stick an eyeball out of the bag and observe this creature in front of us?
I do not have eyeballs, but I can see regardless.
Okay, well, it is only a matter of logistics that you have to have eyeballs somewhere within you, considering how many of them you just ate, but I digress. Do you want this creature?
I wish to consume all.
Take that as a yes, and he will, like, pick up a foot and start to place it into the bag.
As he does so, tendrils will reach out from the bag, grabbing onto it, yanking it in.
Perfect. You just fed a live but not really moving person to Squelch. And it will disappear into the bag, one part by one part.
Alright, well, while he does that, the others can do their things.
Yeah. Well, I am thinking that we might be getting to a stopping point here soon due to sleepiness. I'm in that boat myself anyway. But we also were pretty late to start here. It's partially my bad on that one, so. But I am interested in people's impressions, even though we didn't get as much post-combat role-playing done, since everybody went a little bit of a different direction. But we did get Squelch in the bag. That objective was checked off.
Squelch likes his bag.
I'm worried Braxis is just gonna fucking kill a party member or be killed.
Well, we can always recalibrate some stuff.
Squelch will tell you that they're very cool. They gave him a cool bag, and also some corpses to eat. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
the
Who
next
wouldn't
time,
trust a guy who gives him a bag?
The next time you see your burial friend, it'll be on fucking the elf's hip, and you'll just hear him, and he'll like you'll be like
his voice will just echo.
Not busting out, if I'm being honest.
yeah, you'll be roiding out, and you'll just hear Squelch go, no. But you won't see Squelch.
So is Three Crow confirmed sleep or what?
I'm here.
I think he's back and forth. I don't know. Oh, there he is.
You're here. We're closing out, so what do you think?
How are you feeling?
Just like you wanted to do before?
And any final actions you want to take?
Well, cultists are all dead, right?
Yeah, except for the one that ran away and left Vraxis with a very angry door, or very angry Vraxis with a door. The door that will likely be blown open.
Vraxis.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as I'm the only one, I will trudge over the corpses and make my way into the hallway.
All right.
Your brother did ask you to clear the room.
Yeah, he did gesture towards a chest that was up there. I don't know if you want to say that you cleared it out of what it had.
Oh, well, all right.
It's
reverse time.
It's right here.
I will approach it and attempt to open it.
It does pry open by itself. It actually seems like it wasn't even latched, let alone locked, so it has been frequently used. Deposited items seem to be related to some sort of general use. A nondescript wand, likely a spellcasting focus for some folk, a lamp, and a small sack containing 4 gold coins.
Oh my god. I can afford Waffle House.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
Alright, I will take the items. I don't have an immediate way of identifying anything magical, so I will... Do I notice anything about them, like a first inspection?
The lamp seems to be something that feels a little out of place construction-wise for this place. It's a little bit more modern, I guess you could say. One that wouldn't be out of place in a more just city guard sort of post where they have access to that sort of thing. For it to be here and stored in a chest like this when there's candlelight burning for everywhere else almost indicates as if it almost feels like this lamp is an artifact according for the cultists because it's easier to use than a torch. And so it's not as well used as maybe it would have been otherwise. The wand is a little bit more bog standard and garden variety, but that doesn't mean that it isn't magical in some way. Just that perhaps it is more than meets the eye if it is going to reveal any true purpose.
Go
to
as a
this place.
transformer.
Yeah.
All right, I will tuck it away for now. And suggesting there's nothing else to see, I will begin making my way down the hallway.
Yeah, the place where Vraxis and Squelch were interred was that box was empty, shall we say? And you'll notice that Selkor, with a bag, is feeding a human to the bag. It slowly disappears, inch by inch.
Oh, hello,
What
brother.
is- Have you found yourself a pet now, brother?
It appears the ooze thing was actually named Squelch, the primal hunger or whatever. They are very hungry.
The human
and
disappears
the
into
devil's
the bag.
the devil's will was meant to house it, and it seemed very comfortable with that fact. So,
Excuse me.
we have at least one ally, or many allies in the form of one being. I'm not quite sure the etymology of it.
Well, so long as he can squelch our old Professor Christopher before he can give another lecture on the Brood Wars.
SMH.
Now is not the time for jokes, brother. We're never going back.
That's what you think.
You hear another thud in the distance and another scream.
Yes, and then a smashing of metal as the door finally breaks open.
Oh boy, time to go.
And that honestly could be the hook at the end there, as only Vraxis
Yeah.
even sees the next room.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe I got a Squelch.
You see a summoning circle, fog of war. That means there's another rat.
I know what Braxis is doing next turn.
He's rolling a 3.
Vraxis opens the door, and he sees a summoning circle and a bird.
You know what's gonna be really fun is when Squelch separates himself from the party because he's just like, "Oh, you guys need to get through this door," and then he just slides underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I teleport to you.
And then he has to slide through it a second time. What an asshole.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why are you making me do this again?"
Yeah, it's good.
I still have that rat.
Dude, that's so epic. Well,
At least I'm full on side.
Until Squelch eats it.
Hope at some point.
Oh shit! I guess if you invade the rest of my bag, you could possibly eat my rat, which would not be cool.
well, evil campaign has begun.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Pretty in.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, my neck.
Were you trying
walking
to
around
turn
and-
your neck like Vraxis?
There you go.
Yeah, I fucking popped it real quick.
Oh,
Just turn it 180 degrees.
How is it playing Squelch with a voice mod?
It's fun. I like it.
Yeah,
How does everyone else feel about it?
I think it's pretty good.
I enjoy it.
It's sounding good.
Sometimes it doesn't give you all of the syllables or parts of the word or whatever, but it's enough It's never so bad that we actually straight up can't understand what you're saying. So that's just Discord,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's probably interaction.
And
between
also,
Discord
also
and
it kind of works for Squelch.
Yeah, it'd
I
be a
can't
little bit
imagine
hard to
he would
hear.
pronounce his words perfectly.
Yeah, I think it
yeah,
works out.
he is kind of talking with a slime mouth.
And there you go. How does Theron feel? How does Three Crow feel about his debut as Theron and how that all worked out?
I was pretty happy with the charm person working out in the first try.
Yeah, I always feel bad when that doesn't work. But I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, well, it would have been even worse if he had already drawn his weapons because he has advantage on the saving throw if we're fighting him.
Oh yeah, he had a weapon out, but it was more like a I'm just a guard kind of weapon moment, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like if we're in initiative, he has advantage.
Yeah, right. So it worked out.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see where this goes and kind of explore this area. And I'm also excited to see how the hell we justify bringing these two men into civilized space.
Yeah, that's gonna be really funny.
Well, I got an answer for one.
Yeah,
It's
he's in
called
the
a
bag. And then the other one
As
is
long as he stays in the bag.
I guess the answer
fill
could
the bag with rats.
Yeah.
And you're like, just stay in the bag. There's lots of snacks. Don't come out, please.
Yeah.
I like the
The
idea.
other
that
one,
we're staying
the other
in
one
an
has
inn.
a pivot.
We're staying in an inn, and then like on the last day of our stay, when we just me and Squelch order room service, and then the room servant goes missing.
And that's why we had to move to another city. I was just going to suggest that, of course, you could just put a bag over Vraxus's head and escort him around like a prisoner, and then it would still work. So you could have bag be the solution to both.
It's true.
But I don't think you actually could do that because I don't think Vraxus would go along with that.
I could fit Vraxus in the bag.
You can imagine you're just a random villager in a fucking 1,000-year-old bag walks up to you and goes, "Eh."
Okay.
I had to justify Vraxus.
Three Crow's not tired at all.
Why Vraxus would bother punching the fucking sarcophagus off the top. So I was like, okay. Instead of we're cogent, it's the cravings are being felt for the first time.
Yeah, because he's dampier. Well, pretty good stuff. How did you feel about your Vraxus debut?
I feel like this character is quite the monster. Level 1 rolling 32s.
Yeah. Who knows how that will
forward
go?
That's not even the fucking Dampier shit either. That's just fucking
It's just
expertise.
Weapon Master.
Right, it's
Weapon
Weapon
Master expertise.
Mylar.
Taking the Rage Pact.
Yeah, it's Weapon Mylar. Mylarster. It'll be an interesting math problem.
I'm gonna have to just start fucking keeping like a tally on my computer.
Yeah, you gotta have like calculator open and just +1 or whatever. Cellcore. Cellcore debut. How do you feel, brother?
I enjoy finally getting to play a character that's smart. That's a good time. I think the Revocatus feels solid. I do hope we can figure out what lore path it's going to fall. I did have some ideas of like maybe some levels he gets to pick an arcane lore, other levels he gets to pick like a fighting style if he wanted to or whatever. That's just stuff floating around in my head since there's supposed to be that mixture of both.
Right, yeah. It could be interesting to be able to pick like from a
But I'd love to get him I'd love to get him to a point of like maybe there's a fighting style that allows for like a rapier in one hand and a cantrip and ready to go, like his offhand ready to cast a spell or something like that. Maybe there's a fighting style,
spell sword type deal.
Yeah, spell sword kind of thing. But yeah, I like the way he feels. I like the way he acts. And my dislocated thumb did not affect the game. So
Oh yeah, that's good. Hopefully it doesn't affect your life tomorrow that much. or your sleep. And that's where we're
Been
going.
doing all right so far. Yes, we are going to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it's been a time. It's not been a long time, but it's been a time, and I hope you guys are. I know that Three Chris already said it, but I hope you guys are excited about the follow up. We don't even really know what we're doing next week yet, so we'll have to figure that out. I don't know if it'll be Cosmonarchy or something else, but you guys can let me know what you're thinking about. And GG on the first session of the Evil campaign, Omnimaw.
I think it's time to sleep in the bag.
Time to sleep in the bag,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Bag time.
Time to bag in this.
Egg time.